Happy Saturday to you, and also you. Happy Saturday. I am Sarastina, and I am here representing Opulence Ignited. This is an accountability group that was formed and founded by the original, the wonderful, the amazing Lisa Nichols. I joined her program about 2 weeks ago, and she asked us to get an accountability group. So my group and myself, we decided to do a summit. So today I wanted to tell you a little bit about the summit, when it's happening, how it's going down, why we're doing it, how you can join, all that wonderful good stuff. Can't guarantee how long this is going to be because my arm is tired already. What can I say? Doing what has to be done, no excuses. That is my excuses. No excuses, no matter what. So what? I'm in the car. I decided to do a live at 12 o'clock. It's 12 o'clock. Where I am, it's 12 o'clock. So we are going live. So Lisa Nichols is an international global transformational speaker. She's an informative speaker, a motivational speaker, inspirational, but the best transformation because she creates transformation. When she first got started, she started sharing her story, and I realized she also had a children's youth program where she helps transform children, and that's so important in life. So a few of us were in her 8-week program, and in this 8-week program, she's teaching us how to be better speakers. If you recall last year, I said, I want to speak more. I joined Toastmasters so I could do this. And if you're just starting out and you're like, I want to be a speaker, but I don't know where to start, sign up for Toastmasters. They're all over the place. You can just go to toastmasters.org. That is where I began my speaking career professionally. And I say that because that's where I learned the tools and the skills, because there is format. You know, I don't get up here and just talk. Okay, maybe sometimes I do get up here and just talk. But there is a format to the speaking. And when I joined Toastmasters, they taught me certain things. Like you don't want to say and all the time. It's very important that you pause, that you slow down, because if you're anything like me, you talk really fast and you got to keep going and you don't want to stop because you know what's on your mind, you just want to keep going, but you can't do that. So Toastmasters is absolutely amazing. I started online with my particular group, and they were in California, and they said, Tina, we're having a competition in a couple weeks. Do you want to do it? I'm like, sure, why not? I love competitions. So I did the first competition. I won it. Second competition, I love it. Let's just say I kept winning, and I was just like, I really don't know what I'm doing. Someone's like, do you want to sub for spin? I'm like, sure. So I subbed, and I kept subbing. Maybe I should get certified in this. And now I'm an amazing spin instructor. That's kind of what happened with the speaking. I was just kind of doing what I was doing. And then I went on YouTube University. Anything you want to do in life, family, get on YouTube. I got on YouTube. I found Craig Valentine and another person. I forgot his name. And I just studied all of their courses because they have so much. And then I asked them to be my coach. And then, because when I got to a certain level, like the levels kept going up, I kept getting better and better and winning. I was like, maybe I should get a coach. So I got a speaking coach. And then I won, the highest in my division where I was. So that brings us to today. The following year, right? I want to be better. So Lisa Nichols is one of the best, in my opinion, the best speaker, because she speaks from her heart, from her soul, right? So she is teaching us different skills to be better speakers. And before I get into what one of the topics that she's teaching us, I want to just share a video because I love doing that every day. It helps keep me inspired. Earlier I talked about motivation and inspiration. You have to get from within. So Renee, whenever you are ready to start the video, you can shoot me to the side and start the video. This is the video with Lisa Nichols. I hope you enjoy it. I know you will. I always enjoy them. Hopefully it'll pop up soon.
Play big, say big. You're going to play huge, say huge. You're going to play ginormous, say ginormous. Just take baby steps. We want so much so fast. My grandmother says, baby. She starts every sentence with baby. She said, baby, the best things you'll ever have from grandma will never come from the microwave. They always come from the oven. And I realized that the best things that you're going to create are going to take time. Build it on cement, not sinking sand. You're going to get tons and tons and tons of tools here. And you're going to want to fast forward. When you fast forward, you build it on plexiglass. You build it on styrofoam. You build it on wood. You want to build it on cement. Your dream is important enough to outlive you. And so I realized that you can't Google download resiliency. You can't Google download tenacity. You can't Google download forgiveness. There are some of the best qualities and characteristics that's going to take you a long way that you need to invest time in and energy in and intention in. You don't just get patience. I want patience. I'm waiting for patience. Somebody's going to piss you off tomorrow. And now you get to test if you have patience. I realized that as I wanted to develop me, I have to be willing to climb, and I wanted to get to the top, and there's no elevator to the top. I got to do my squats. I got to work on my quads and my hamstrings and my calves because I got to climb to the top. We got to climb. Abundant thinkers keep themselves in a constant state of cognitive dissonance. Write that down. Abundant thinkers keep themselves in a constant state of cognitive dissonance. You're creative. Spell it any way you want. Now, what is cognitive dissonance? Cognitive dissonance is when you have literally thought about a version of yourself that you're not currently living right now. Meaning the thought that you have of yourself, your behaviors are not congruent with. So your mind becomes disrupted. Your mind says, wait a minute, you're seeing me here, but my behaviors aren't here. And when you keep yourself in a constant state, your mind begins to influence your behaviors to be congruent with your thought. Ooh.
Woo, woo, woo. Perfect timing. I love that. Cognitive dissonance. And I may have said that wrong, but let me just tell you, that really hit home because I was actually in a book I'm reading, Atomic Habits. He was talking about the importance of habits and things that you want. And he said there was this person who wanted to give their daughter a really big wedding. And I keep talking about this, so I'm going to rewind and listen to this again so I can get the guy's name correctly. And he could not afford to get his daughter a really big, huge wedding. But someone knew him and bought something from him so they could give him the money. And with this money, he bought a really expensive coat, robe, something like that. And when he got the robe, he wore it to the wedding, beautiful. And then he put it in his closet. And then when he looked in his closet, he noticed it didn't match all of the other clothes in his closet. So what do you think he had to do? He had to upgrade, right? He had to upgrade the rest of his wardrobe. And in this book, they were saying how in life, you have to take little baby steps with all the things that you want. So if you want to be a better version of yourself, you have to start with little things. And it doesn't have to be a lot of money that you start with. First of all, do something with your face, right? I just have a little lippy and a little eyeshadow, mascara on today, a little something. Maybe it's standing up taller, bringing your shoulders back. All of these things play into the future version of yourself. What does the future version of you look like? Eat? How do they think? What type of people do they surround themselves with, right? If you want to be that person that has patience, like she said in the video there, God's going to test you with things that's going to cause you to be patient, right? The people that you surround yourself, you want to have patience with them, with yourself, with where you are in that circuit, right? So I love that video right there. Today, I wanted to talk about audience connection. And when I'm speaking, I really make an effort to connect with the audience. It's kind of hard when it's virtual here, especially when I can't see you. Like if it's a Zoom, it's okay. It's okay when I'm on Zoom, right? Because I can see your faces. But right now, I can't see if anyone's watching me. I could literally be talking to myself right now. I know Renee's on the other end. Renee, why don't you pop in and have this conversation with me as we talk about audience connection. Hey there, family and friends. This is Renee. She is my supporting partner, very good friend, critiquer, roser, thorner, everything you can think of. So as we're talking about audience connection here, from me just speaking, Renee, share with me, the audience, did I do okay? I only have one hand. Usually it's good to have two hands when you do audience. The other one's got to hold the phone up. Audience connection, some things that you think I could have done better with from what you've seen so far this morning and what I did good.
So one thing that you do well is that you speak from the heart. And that shows through in everything that you say. You don't go to a book and learn what you're going to say. You may use books as a reference, such as Atomic Habits, but what you say comes from the heart with passion. So that's so important. And I believe that that's why you're so successful in what you're doing. because you do speak from the heart.
Thank you. Question. Oh, sorry. Go ahead. I saw you.
No. Go ahead. That's a good point.
I was going to ask you. So this morning, as you know, I made a video for Thursday. And again, I knew I was just recording for myself. I didn't have an audience. I didn't have anything. And as I was talking, okay, give me my roses and thorns, I could feel myself getting emotional, right? And some people think if you're crying or if you're getting emotional, you're weak. And I do not think it's a freaking sign of weak. And any idiot who said, calm down. That was Tina 1.0 about to come through. People may say, oh, you're weak because you're crying. You're weak because your voice is trembling. No, it means that I am putting myself in that state and I am feeling the emotion. I say that to say this morning I was making a video. I forgot what it was about, but I could feel the emotions bubbling up. And I could feel myself wanting to cry or be emotional. And I showed it. You know, I don't try to hold it. So in your opinion, Renee, do you think it's a good thing or a bad thing when you're speaking to feel/show your emotions?
I believe, again, it goes back to the authenticity. I believe that it's good to show your emotions. That's another way that your audience knows that you are genuine and real. There's nothing wrong with that. I experienced that yesterday. I did a speech, and of course, for those of you who don't know, my dad was involved with the civil rights era, and that came up. And when I was preparing for that, I was watching, I always Google him because every time I Google him, I find something new. And I found a 10-minute promo for a movie that was actually, documentary movie that was actually done in my hometown. And it just brought back a lot of emotional memories. And it was okay.
I love that. Thank you. I had to mute that. So you're saying it's okay. All righty. So we have about 4 minutes left in this audience connection. If you see anyone wrote a question, wrote a comment, pull it up right there. Some other ways that I do audience connection is I look into the eyes. Again, this is if it's in person, you can look in the person's eyes and see what they're feeling if they're connecting with you. And something I think is super important, you're going to have those people when you're talking, they're like, yes, I love it. I love it. I love it. And I don't really focus on those people. They get some of my attention, but most of my attention is going to go to that person that's in the back of the room. Their head is down. It's going to go to that person that's on their cell phone because I'm not connecting with them, right? I want to connect with my audience. So, for example, I'm a life, health, and business coach. My expertise is in fitness. That's what I love the best. You know, I'm currently transforming my mind, my body, my soul because I'm in a new place in my life, 51, which is totally different for me. I've never been here before, right? So I'm connecting with women that have either gone through this, going through this, about to go through this, and they want to learn how to have more energy. They want to learn how to get rid of excess fat. They want to learn how to feel sexy. All right. These are some things that I have struggled with over the past year and a half. Can I tell you, Renee, in the past year, I am doing things that I haven't done in almost 8 years. Wow. I didn't realize it. And something as simple as feeling sexy. I remember I had a client once and I said, well, what do you want to do? And she said, I want to get rid of excess fat. And I said, why? And I kept drilling, you know, and the final answer that I got is she wanted to feel confident so she could feel sexy. There's women out there that don't feel sexy. And, you know, that may seem like I'm not going to say a bad word, but I just didn't feel sexy. I didn't feel like. Can you guys still hear me? My phone was gone. Can you hear me, Renee?
Yes, I can hear you.
Looks like Renee is frozen. Okay, awesome. Just this November and December, I had a revelation, an epiphany or something like that. And I don't even know what it was, but I was like, girl, you are sexy. All right. But sometimes you have to do outside things to make this more real. I'm from Jersey and it's always cold in Jersey. And most of my life, it's been cold. Okay, I'm just going to say it because our summers and springs are very small, very short. And I remember in my home, it would always be cold in our house. And we would have electric blankets. I don't know if anyone here's ever had an electric blanket. That's where you plug it into the wall, right? And I let's just say I hate the cold. So I would always wear a lot of clothes to bed, right? Because it was like a comfort for me. It brought me back to home. It made me feel home. And this December, I was like, okay, Tina, I made a New Year's resolution. I know we're not supposed to do New Year's resolutions, but resolutions, but I don't care. I said I was going to wear sexy lingerie to bed every single night. My mother must think I'm a porn star or something. I don't know, but she's always but she always gets me some type of sexy lingerie. She gave like this cheetah print outfit. I mean, it's not an outfit. It's a little nighty thing. She gave me this beautiful red little thing. I do love, but I never wore them. Renee, for my, what do you call those things? Bachelorette party. When you get married, they give you party. I got so much lingerie and I never wore it. It still had freaking tags on it. Because again, I didn't feel sexy. I didn't feel loved. So in December, I was like, every night I'm wearing something sexy to bed. And I feel sexy. All right, maybe 1 or 2 nights I missed out on it, you know.
Yeah.
But my point is, I had to find that connection with myself first, because there's women out there that don't know how to feel sexy or want to feel sexy. Thoughts, comments on that? Do you feel sexy, Renee? Because you got a nice body, girl. You got a nice body. Talk to me.
I work for this body, and yeah, I love the way I look. Right? I remember when I first started with you. Right? It always goes back to the confidence and everything. And I remember the first time we went clothes shopping, and I said, "What are you talking about? These little bitty shorts." But you said, "Try them on, try them," and they fit. And I felt so good. That I will never forget that. That was the defining moment that I said, "Hey, this work. This is the result of my work." And you know what? I really never really considered it work because of the mindset.
Exactly. And I know when you're really feeling yourself, because you'll wear like your sports bras and you'll show your belly. Show your belly, okay? It goes by your genes. Renee's natural body is really small. You know, she was naturally 98 pounds most of her life. I'm guessing. I don't know, but I've seen some pictures. So it's her stomach is like literally this small. I say that to say, find out why you want to get fit, why you want to be stronger, right? This morning I felt so good. Oh my gosh, Renee. I did like a 1/4 mile jumper jack. I'm not jumper jacks. Jump rope. I was going. I was feeling so good, right? So when you want to connect with your audience, when you want to connect with your tribe, you have to figure out why. So if you're watching this and you're like, wow, that girl's got a lot of energy. Wow, that girl is sexy. Wow. Let me stop. I'm joking. But seriously, we would love for you to join our tribe. We had Daniela come through this morning, and I just love, you know what I love most about our tribe, Renee?
What's that?
They all are faith-based.
Exactly.
Right? On a drop of a dime, I could say, you want to give us the outro prayer? And they're there. In the beginning, I was nervous about the prayer. Some people are like, I don't want to pray. It's okay. It's okay if you're not comfortable with praying. But you know, it's just talking to your best friend, talking to your God. You got me. Anyway, I'm feeling supercharged. Thank you so much, Renee, for roll. Oh, I didn't even talk about the event. So the purpose of this live, right? The purpose of this live, you can put it on the bottom, Renee, if you want. Oh, she's already got it there. See, sure. But then where it says audience connection, put our website there, because there is someone watching right now, and they're like, "Oh my gosh, I love Tina. Oh my gosh, I want her energy." And if so, join our tribe. Go to my website, see what we're doing. Shooting Stars Collective. But the purpose of this live was to tell you about the event, Opulence Ignited. You see it up top there? That is the name of my accountability group with Lisa Nichols. And we are putting together a virtual event, a virtual summit. It is absolutely free. And the reason why we're doing this is because we want to practice our speaking skills. We want to practice what Lisa is teaching us. The date of this event is April 27th. It is a Saturday. It is at 11 a.m. Eastern. I repeat, Eastern time. There are 11 of us speaking. I believe, I could be wrong. There's a flyer somewhere. You'll get an email from us. There's 11 of us speaking. And the name of this summit is called Ignite Her. Ooh, juicy. Nice, right? Ignite, that is the name of Lisa's program, Opulence Ignited. That's the name of our 8-week accountability group. And Ignite Her is the name of our summit. What are you going to get when you come to the summit? Well, each woman has a personal story, right? You have a story. And in this summit, each woman will share her story and how it ignites a fire inside of her. And in return, you get to do the same thing with yourself. So you get to watch and learn and all that great, wonderful stuff. That's the event. There's a link on the bottom so you can sign up. Like I said, it's free and you're just going to grow, grow, grow. Renee, did I miss anything?
You hit the event. We had a good conversation about the audience connection and feeling good about ourselves, and also people coming to our classes, because that is how we teach not only the outward, getting your outward body, but like I mentioned earlier, the mindset. And is Miss Hattie still in the car? I wanted to.
No, she jumped out. We made it home.
Because I was going to spotlight her silver sneaker, or her silver stars classes.
Yes. If you're a senior, and it doesn't matter, if you're over 40, if you're under 40, you can still come through. You can still come through if you're under 40. Okay. But 40 plus. My mother teaches a class. She's 71. So if you're a senior and you it's weights, it's chair work, it's all that great stuff. We just like to have a lot of fun. I can't wait to see you, Renee. Thinking, getting these next few weeks together, family, friends, let me tell you, I got a lot going on. Like, I normally have a lot, but no, I got a lot, right? Like,
Patience
I'm leaving
is
for
a virtue.
Patience is a virtue. Next week I'm going to Jersey, because your girl's got to finally get her mop done. Going to Jersey, and then I'll be at Ramon Ray's event in New York. And then I'm going to Florida for this amazing beast mode event. Oh my gosh, Renee, when you see those reels, aren't they nice? Right? Personal development is so important that you get yourself to people that are going to uplift you, right? People that are going to pull you up. So I'm going to a personal development event in Florida, and then I'm chill for a minute, right? I'm chill.
Yes.
I'm chilling.
Well, you're going to Bermuda.
No, I'm talking about April. Okay. I'm chill. But then in May, Lord of mercy, that is where the firecrackers go bang, 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 bang. 14th, 15th, I'm going back to the schools. As you know, I have a nonprofit program. It's called No More Trauma. The name of the program is No More Traumedy for Kids. And this is my fourth final program with the children. So I'll be in New Jersey doing that. I have the great wonderfulness to be doing an event with Yolanda in Maryland. So I will be in Maryland. And then right after that, I'm going to, there's my niece. And where are we going? Can you pass me that, please? Say hi, Elisa. This is my niece, Elisa. Isn't she the most beautiful girl in the whole world? Okay, I can't say that. That's my daughter. My daughter gets that song. Anyway, I was talking about Bermuda. I thought it was 4 things in May. Jersey, Maryland, Bermuda. That's it?
You going with us? Yeah, that's it.
And then June, California, to see Lisa. So Elisa, say hello to everybody.
And what's in my seat?
Hi, pretty girl.
Auntie Tina.
Oh,
That's Auntie Tina.
all right, crew. We're getting out of here, but I want to share something with you really quick as well.
You staying or
So,
going?
I'm in a car, aren't I? All right, family and friends. What is she eating? Teddy Grahams.
I am in my.
Put your seatbelt on. You look like you're from the 70s in that outfit. I love it. Look at those
my
pants.
face really
Isn't it amazing how old things come to new? So this is what I wanted to share, Renee.
Are you in the air?
So, did you work that I gave you, Lisa? From the workbook? You finished it? She's so smart, let me tell you. So last week she comes downstairs.
All right. All right, so
You're back?
are you back? I was just about
You're
to
back?
close this out because you were frozen.
Yeah, there's like bad reception. So I didn't want to put her on the camera because she doesn't like to be on the camera. So what I was going to say is on Sunday, she comes downstairs and she says, Auntie Tina, you know how you're talking about Jesus all the time?
Join me.
That right there was too funny for me. I said, yes. She says, well, in my game, I'm in church right now. And they said, that Jesus died for us. Is that what you said, Elisa? Yeah. And I said, you're playing church in your game? Whatever video game she was playing, it's not a video game, but it's a game. They sent her to church. So we started talking about church, and she says, yeah, they have a book. And I'm like, that's the Bible. Long story short, I went to Barnes & Noble, and I got her this cute little children's beginner Bible. And then they had this workbook. That's why we got to get the workbook, Renee. The workbook was related to the actual book. and in this workbook there were stickers, there were little puzzles, there were all sorts of slides. So this morning before I left, I said, okay, let's do this. They had the story of Noah in there. Do you remember the stories that were in it, Elisa? It was the story of Noah, so she had to put some stickers on the animals, and then there was Moses and Joshua. It was pretty cool. So I say that to say, start with the youth, with putting good stuff into their mind, whether it's personal development or faith or what. Want to leave us with anything, Renee? Because I could just talk.
I could talk about that forever. I thought I saw someone trying to join here, but I'm not seeing them, so I think it's a good time to close.
Alrighty. Yes, it is 11 of us. Some of them weren't able to come, obviously, but that's okay. Hopefully Monday, we will be back once a day to promote the event, and you'll get to see all the lovely ladies that's doing the events. All right, guys, remember one thing. Before we get out of here, I want you to one thing. You are amazing. Thank you. Is she still there, Renee? If she's still there, pull her up.
Oh, she just came back.
Yay, pull her up. Hey, girl, hey.
I am good. I just finished invigilating one of my first exam for the final exam period for my students. So I said, if you guys were still here, I'll hop on.
I love it. Thank you. Well, we were just about to finish, but since you're here, tell us a little bit about yourself, where you are, what you do. This is one of the people in our accountability group and what you'll be talking about in the event. Go.
Hey, so I'm Clarice Christie. I am the founder of Global Business Services, Consulting Services. I help exporters chart their path into new global markets. And I'm also a professor of international business management. And I am going to be speaking about how we can overcome the fear of asking for what we want.
Ooh, baby, that is good. Can you give us one tip today that could help us with that?
I would say understand your worth and never be afraid to say what you're worth, because most of the times we don't give ourselves permission to let people absorb the fact that we are worth our services. And for years I have been not asking people, so how much what's your budget? No, don't ask anyone what's their budget. You tell them what you want for the services that you are providing.
I love that. What about that person and they started their business and they either one have low self-esteem, they're nervous, they're scared, they're not that confident, they just started, so they don't really know their worth. What are some things that people can do, some takeaways? Because whenever I do things, I like to give people tangible things they can do. What are some things people can do to have more self-worth and self-confidence?
So what I usually ask people, what is the value proposition of the service you're providing, right? When I leave yours, it's kind of like that snap. When I start speaking to you, you should tell me in the first minute how you're going to make my business better. How you are going to make my business more successful, bring more clients? What is it that you do? Because you have to understand the value of what you're providing, right? So let's say I'm a singer. Okay, so you're a singer. So what type of songs do you sing? I sing motivational songs. Okay, so what do your motivational songs do for me? They lift your spirit, right? So that's your value proposition. When someone is listening to your music, they're going to feel better about themselves, about how they're feeling, and maybe go back home and think about some of the lyrics and how they can apply them to your life. So that's telling that person, this is what the value of you singing provides to the person who's listening, to the listener, right?
I love how you did that, because you really broke it down to something that someone wouldn't even think about. Like singing, I would have never thought about it like that, right? And what you did, I don't even know if you realize this, was you peeled the onion away. Like, why do you want this service? Why do you want these things? Because when it comes to music, like you said, it's It's calming, right? I want to feel motivated. That's why I want
Yeah.
this song. And I think that can help many business owners if they just pause for a minute instead of rushing. Okay, what is it that you offer? I offer fitness classes. Okay, why would someone want to do that? No one really wants to work out. If we're being totally honest, nobody
Hmm.
wants to work out.
Yeah.
Except maybe me. But do you want to be strong? Do you want to feel sexy? Do you want more energy?
Yeah.
Do you want to be able to find a husband? Because no man wants a lazy woman, right? Do you want to make
Right.
more money? Because, and what
And
you
what does that
realize, what
endorphins
you want,
do? Yeah.
say that again?
And what do the endorphins after you work out? You feel so good.
Exactly. So what you just said really helped me as well, because sometimes I think like, oh, well, such and such can't afford it, or they have kids and they can't do that. Because I think about when I first started my journey, I really didn't have money for a personal trainer, because I had kids and I had this and I had that or whatever. But if someone really how bad do you want it, right? And I know my worth. I definitely know my
Exactly.
services. I know what I can give you. If you want to be sexy, lose, get rid of the fat, I can make that happen for anybody if they listen, right? If they do what I say. So,
Exactly.
Claricia, did I say
Exactly.
your name properly?
It's Claricia.
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 Thanks, Claricia. I love it. Thank you. Thank you. Now I want you to share with the people how they can find you, how they can connect with you. This is one of our speakers for the Ignite Her Summit, how they can see you, how they can do business with you.
Oh, so I can be found on Facebook and on Twitter, Global Compass Consulting Services, not Twitter, Instagram. I don't keep on saying Twitter. On Instagram, and I'm developing my website, actually redeveloping my website to make it more accessible. So that will soon be there. Awesome.
I love it. Thank you so much for rolling through. I'm so excited about our event. Again, it's April 27th. It is a virtual summit. Starts 11 a.m. Ignite Her, inspired by Lisa Nichols. Opulence Ignited is the name of our 8-week. Claricia, so good to meet you today, Mama.
Same here.
Bye,
Pleasure meeting
everyone.
you and Renee. Have a
Yes.
great day.
Bye-bye.
Bye,
See you later,
Renee.
family.